The Kejriwal government must realize it must pay the salaries in due time and should not meddle in the everyday functioning of an autonomous institutions like the University of Delhi.
So, teachers at Delhi University, as many as 12 DU colleges, have been protesting for months now. Thousands of teachers have not received their salaries for over 6 months. Now, as per several reports, also covered by the Logical Indian, some DU colleges are being forced to adopt a new document called Pattern of Assistance in their governing body. To discuss this in detail, we're in conversation with Delhi University Teachers Association President Rajiv Ray. Thank you so much, sir, for taking out time and speaking to me. To begin
Thank
with, a
you.
very basic question: why are the teachers at 12 Delhi University colleges protesting, and what are their demands?
Uh, Navya, we have to be very clear that
Yeah.
for the last year or so, this problem has been a constant irritant for the 12 Delhi University colleges,
Okay.
which were being funded by and which is being funded by the Delhi government. Uh, and yes, you're right that there were colleges. I'm saying there were colleges who did not get payment for around 6 months. It is only after we started this phase of our agitation that most of them have now been paid salaries till January. Okay. But many of these colleges, the employees have not got their reimbursement bills, and even
Yes.
patients suffering from cancer and other very, very serious diseases, their reimbursement they have not been paying or paid. So, yes, even during this COVID period, we did have online protests, we did have a few even physical protests, but then it was a question of 2, 3 months. But now it is not only a question of the salary, because the
Right.
salary, I do understand that in many, we can even feel that if the government did not have funds or would have said that this is a COVID period, the teachers especially would have, being much more cooperative than what we are now. But
Yes.
there are all sections of employees. It is not only teachers, it is non-teaching employees. If you do not pay their salaries for months, it will be a pain for any employees, whether it is a non-teaching employee of a college or whether it is the a professor in a college. This is one part of the story. The other part of the story is, the question of governance. And you're very, I'm sure you're aware that the College of Art, which was an
Yes.
affiliating college in the University of Delhi for long, has all of a sudden, without notice, been taken over by the Delhi government and
Yes.
merged into the AUD. Uh, it is there, but there are many kinds of colleges in the University of Delhi. There are colleges which are run by the university. There are colleges which are run by the trust. There are colleges which are Delhi government colleges, but they pay nothing or nearly nothing to them. And there are these 12 Delhi government colleges. And of course, there is a section which would be called the affiliating colleges under the University of Delhi. Ambedkar University is a state university. It may be a good university, and many of our colleagues, maybe there's a good university, but it is a state university.
All right.
You have to realize that this 12 Delhi government colleges all over the country, people did apply and join these colleges, primarily maintaining that this is a part of a constituent college of the universe of a central university, namely the Delhi University.
Right.
So now this whole news that one after the other, the colleges may be taken over by the Delhi government and merged into a state university. This, whether you call it an allegation or whether few chairmen run, of this governing bodies of these 12 colleges, they have also been asking people, if you are taken over, what will happen. So this has raised a lot of tension within the teaching and non-teaching section. Added with it, of course, the whole history of not getting payment for a long time. Added with it this two, a proposal of a, as you correctly said, of a pattern of assistance,
Yes.
which probably most government would want to bring about, but that is not the pattern of assistance under which a memorandum of association or memorandum of, I would say, a memorandum was signed between these 12 colleges and the University of Delhi. Each of these 12 colleges, there was a
Right.
certain pattern of assistance. I do understand whether it's the central government or even this state government. We even if we can call it a state government now after the Lok Sabha passed that bill. Uh, the point is, in many of these colleges, they are trying to bring in into the governing body a change pattern of assistance, which meant whatever you are getting as fees, the student activity funds. There is not only this question of the student union funds. There are certain development funds, certain computation funds, and these funds are used primarily for the benefit of the students. These
Right.
are not used for paying the salary or the pension of the teachers or the non-teaching employees.
Right.
The very moment we start, taking our salary from these funds, what will happen is, as most governments are now trying to do, is that bring in more funds. How to bring in more funds? They're saying take it from your alumni association, take it from corporate sources, raise funds through more fees. I can tell you that the fees in most of these Delhi university colleges are very, very reasonable.
Yes.
Reasonable. Okay, there may be. But the very moment they move out into any of the state universities, especially in Delhi, the state university, you see those universities today, the kind
Right.
of fees that they are charging from residents of Delhi or even outside. They have seen nearly three to four-fold increase in the last 10
Yes.
years. This is what has happened. So it is the pattern of assistance is a bone of contention. Definitely, it started with the salaries, the pattern of assistance. Then this whole news that this 12 Delhi government colleges would be taken over by the Delhi government in a sense has raised a fear. Added with it is the Delhi university colleges have a certain structure, and the structure can be changed, but it has to be in, you'll have to talk with the Delhi University. We have our executive council and our academic council, and a discussion can happen if you want to make certain changes. But
Right.
that has not happened. That has not happened, and now 12 officers has been deputed to these colleges, which is also a bone of contention. They
Okay.
seemingly would be another, separation of power, or they would be a super principal kind of a position that they are in. That they need to be consulted for any kind of purchase that is taking place.
Right.
Let us be very clear. Mm, we have been very clear. You do your audit. They did audit, auditing of these 12 colleges. They did it separately from their government organizations. But we said if there are audit objections, the objections should be met. If they're not met, if those people who have made certain mistakes or errors, they can be, put to book. But you cannot deny the teachers and the karamcharis their salary, their pension, and other benefits. To all these 12 Delhi government colleges are constituent colleges of the Delhi University. Without concurrence from Delhi University, without concurrence from the central parliament, you cannot take them away from Delhi University. If you have to change the pattern of assistance, you need to have the concurrence of Delhi University. Otherwise, that is not the manner in which it should be done. But I think it is a fight between the central government and I would say, the state government, and
Right.
we are being treated as sacrificial lambs. Okay, and
Right.
that's the reason we went in. I would say that under this pressure, they have given in salaries of 3 to 4 months, maybe a month or two remains in most of these colleges. But there has to be a permanent solution to all this. Every month we should not be on the streets. And we were not,
Absolutely.
even though we were not paying, we were doing 2 hours of dhanna 1 hour of online protest. All throughout this COVID period, the teachers and Karamcharis did what our online classes did go through. Okay.
Right.
So it
So,
is high time that Kejriwal comes in and brings in a permanent solution.
right. So, adding on to what you said, I think the Delhi government has made a lot of promises in the past as well related to students, teachers, education per se. Now, after this incident, where do you think all of these promises go? Because a lot of teachers have also alleged that Delhi government, which was earlier tasked with maintaining colleges, has now sort of redefined itself as a sponsor of education business units. This is the exact statement put out by the DUTA as well. So,
Yes, I placed it.
yes. So, where do you think is the responsibility with the Delhi University?
See, Delhi University did take up and did write a letter or several letters to
Right.
the Department of Higher Education in the government of NCT of Delhi, making it very clear that this pattern of assistance is not the manner in which it should be done.
Right.
Uh, and of course, Delhi University is awaiting a response from Delhi government.
Okay.
Till yesterday afternoon, it did not receive any reply from the Delhi government.
Okay.
Uh, but you have raised another issue because your question has two parts. Wherein the responsibility lies? Yes, the Delhi government did claim to do many things in education, and I am being very neutral while I say that in secondary education, in school education, they did a lot of work.
Right.
Okay. Uh, I can also say that the promise of opening up 20 colleges, uh, which did not happen, but it does not mean that they will take these 12 established colleges of Delhi University and
Right.
claim that they are opening up 20 new colleges.
Yes.
Probably that may
Yes.
be one game. Um, I can tell you there is the other scheme. This taking away of these 12 Delhi government colleges also has a political angle to it. Whether it may be during the BJP regime or whether it may be during the Congress regime when they were running the so called state of Delhi, there were attempts to take over these 12 Delhi government colleges. But better sense prevailed on both the times. For any politician in Delhi, if you say that 85% of the seats would be reserved for Delhi residents, uh, it may have certain impact on the residents of Delhi who are its voters. As a central university, these colleges are open to each and every citizen of the country. Okay.
Right.
And that is the structure in which it is there. And of these 12 Delhi government colleges, many colleges already, they cater to largely, uh, I would say, largely to residents of or students domiciled from Delhi, but not all these colleges.
Yes.
Many of these colleges or most of these colleges today are highly ranked. And it is not that we are proclaiming it ourselves. Check it out. Many of them are in the top rank in the country today.
Right.
So the responsibility as far as the Delhi government is concerned was to fund these colleges in a structure in which it was decided upon. It cannot change it in between. And all, especially these 12 colleges, I'm not saying all colleges which are funded by Delhi government, but these 12 colleges are constituent colleges of the University of Delhi. They have a special status and they cannot be taken away at the whims and fancies of any government which runs the Delhi government. Okay, so this is a
Right.
difference which I would believe the Kejriwal government must realize. It must pay the salaries in due time and should not meddle in the everyday functioning of an autonomous institutions like the University of Delhi.
Absolutely. So, when we talk about non payment of salaries, the Delhi government has said that it has cleared the dues for the third installment and it has blamed on the Delhi University for not paying the salaries because, if I quote the Delhi government, they've said that the university wants to avoid scrutiny. What do you have to say about this?
See, whoever is taking public money cannot avoid scrutiny.
Right.
Cannot avoid scrutiny. This is only after that we went on this agitation program of ours, they were saying that the payment has been done. If the payment was done, why did the Delhi government have to pay? They did have to pay 90 lakh rupees, 90 crore rupees to be precise, only the next day that we went on agitation. They did do it. They backdated the letter to the 11th, claiming it, but finally it came on the 13th after we went on this agitation program from the 11th. If
Right.
everything was paid, if everything was being paid, why did they have to pay 90 crores? Why the next day that the Kejriwal had to promise that you will ensure another 28 crores will be sent to the Delhi colleges, Delhi
Right.
University colleges. Of course, that next installment of 28 crores has not arrived in the last 10 days. That's another issue altogether. But it is only after we went on agitation that nearly 90 crore rupees came up. If everything was paid up, do you think the education department of the Delhi government would have paid this 90 crores?
Absolutely.
But it is not only a question of the crores, okay, the salary, and it is not only for one person or one college. There have been colleges which have not been paid anything, even within this 90 crores. If there are problems in those colleges, they should look into it, they should scrutinize it, but it should in no way the salaries and pensions should be stopped of the
Absolutely.
employees.
Yes.
Hmm. If there are people to blame, do blame them. But by saying that there are no sanctioned posts, there are ghost teachers. Uh, unnecessarily things have been said which was not required at all. There are
Right.
ways of tackling academics anywhere, whether they may be, we may be in Delhi at this moment, I may be anywhere in the country, or whether it is any section of the society. One should not be treating anyone badly. Okay.
Absolutely. So, as you mentioned, a lot of teachers and other staff as well are struggling to make ends meet. What would be
Mhm.
the next course of action? What do the teachers now intend to do?
Uh, See, our because at this moment we are in the mid-sem break or the holy break. On the 27th we are doing a Jan Sampark program. We
All
will
right.
be going to places and try to sensitize, because at times, even though where at times online channels to most news reader, newspapers have covered this program. I do understand, but still, because it is only for these 12 colleges, only for maybe 2,000 teachers and karamcharis, uh, but many people do not know the kind of program that the governments are trying. I'm saying over here, every government,
Yes.
because slowly and slowly, the public funded institutions would be, I would say, the funds would not come, the grants would not come. They would want us to raise our fee structure, which in most technical institutes they have already done. They
Right.
want us to garner money from all kinds of private consultancy programs.
Right.
This is in some sense, the new education policy that the government would want to have, whichever government. And there are pitfalls in following this, especially in a country like India. And we would definitely want the government to relook into the policy changes that they're trying to bring about. So it is definitely an issue for Delhi and Delhi University, but I think it's an issue for the whole country. I mean,
Absolutely.
look into the fee structures of the IITs, the IIMs.
Yes.
You may say they get a lot of career opportunities are there. Probably they're going into loan for that. But for a liberal arts or a general line applied sciences situation, would you think if we are to, in some sense, garner the expenses from students, would it be possible for most students of ours? No, it would not be possible. So the government must relook into their policies, into the policy it is following, central
Absolutely.
or the state.
Absolutely, sir. So, I'd again like to thank you for taking out time and speaking to me. It's sad that teachers at Delhi University are forced to protest, especially after the COVID pandemic. Now that we've realized that teachers have been the backbone of this country, they've gone out of their ways to educate students. I'd again like to thank you for speaking to me. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much and continue the good work which you people have been doing.
Thank you so
Proud
much,
of
sir.
you. Proud
Thank
of
you.
you. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.